Hi, this is Julie Hancher, and I am recording the YouTube video for the tasks 5B and C. And I discussed in that video reflection all the areas for implementing rules and procedures, and also using assessment pieces. I shared in the video how I establish and maintain classroom rules and procedures, that I have students help create those classroom procedures. There are certain school expectations that all teachers have to implement in their classrooms. I also shared the physical layout of my classroom, that my desks are in pairs. They have numbers on them so the students know exactly where they are sitting, and they're in pairs so that they can do pair and share activities, and that it's easy to put them into groups for cooperative learning activities. I also shared that they acknowledge the rules and procedures, and they understand the consequences if rules and procedures are not followed. Also, I shared in the video about building relationships and using certain kinds of activities to get to know the kids, and also finding out about my students' interests and backgrounds, and that I attend their games or activities after school. I participate even in going to their art walks so that I can share in that. I also shared with using assessments, that I do informal assessments of the whole class. I do checkpoints with them, and I also do formal assessments, which are like the exemplars that I give twice a quarter, so that they have an understanding of that. I also showed providing and communicating clear learning goals in that video, where the students track their own progress on a hard piece of paper that they keep in a folder, and that I provide them with scales and the rubrics. I shared that with you so that they have a good understanding of what the assignment is and the expectations, and that they can checkpoint off things on the rubrics. I think that I need to do a better job with like the celebration piece. In the past, I've kept cups on the table with tickets that I give to students. So when they're turning in work or participating in class, or when I'm interacting with them, I give them tickets, and then we celebrate on Fridays by pulling tickets. I do have students, that will clap for other students, but that was not shown in the video. So I think that I could do a better job, maybe re-implement that. I think one of my biggest strengths, and it can be extremely difficult, and I'm not going to videotape any of my 4 out of 6 classes, only because those classes are extremely difficult. But I think that one of my biggest strengths is classroom management, that I follow the school hierarchy of consequences, that I clearly, post on the wall the expectations that I have, the common board, so they know exactly what we're working on, the expectations, the agenda, the standards. I think that another one of my weaknesses would be, especially for the 2 classes that have better behaviors, I need to be walking around more, probably interacting with those students. So I think that I could better serve by doing that. But overall, I think that I'm good at implementing the rules and procedures. I'm good at building the relationships, and then providing and communicating the clear learning goals, and then using the assessments.